Hey, welcome to Maximum Bat Speed. I want to do this video here today of Kelly Kretschman. Just an amazing NPF player. She received the NPF Player of the Year, Offensive Player of the Year, Home Run Champion, and became the first Triple Crown winner in NPF history. I would highly recommend for you to get online and just look up her stats and her career. She's achieved things that are just amazing. So if you get a chance, look her up, and I really think you'd be very impressed on what an amazing player she is. So I want to do a video of Kelly today to show you what she's doing in her swing, and hopefully you can implement what she's doing in this particular drill, and I'll give you some suggestions that will hopefully help you to get more power, more torque and resistance in your swing so that you can have more power and get your slugging percentage going up. So let's get started here. The first thing I'm going to show you here with her swing is this. Now watch how her elbow starts down pretty low right here. Now some players start with it even lower, and some even start with their elbow a little higher. That's not really important. What it is important is, for me as a coach, where are you at toe touch? Now watch what's going on right here. As she gets into her forward move, watch how her back elbow starts to work back and behind her. And this is very important, because what happens to players that don't do this, they deprive themselves of the resistance, the separation of the upper and lower body, therefore depriving themselves of power. Now watch what's going on as she gets into her forward move right here. Watch how the back elbow works back and behind her. Now again, this is very important, because many times when I'm working with students, when they first come to see me, their elbow actually works lower as they start to get into the toe touch. And Kelly here, now she has been such a successful player, and this is not by accident, it's not by chance. She's put in a lot of years of hard work incorporating these kind of angles, these kind of mechanics to allow her to have the power that she does. So again, this video right here, I truly believe if you incorporate what she's doing, it will help you to have more power. Now again, watch how the back elbow works back and behind her as she gets into toe touch. So you can see right here, she gets to toe touch, and you can see that there's a shoulder to elbow look, and I bring this up in my videos all the time. This angle right here, what it does is it allows you to have a lot of separation between the lower and the upper body. And you can see here right now what's going on with her hips. Her hips are pretty much pointing where the pitcher would be, but her upper body right here is pointing in the direction pretty much of the shortstop. Again, you can see where her shoulders are pointing compared to where her hips are pointing. This is tremendous separation between the lower and the upper body. This gives her tremendous torque. Therefore, as she gets into heel plant, she's going to be able to explode through the ball. Now again, I'm going to back this up again. It's very important, and I'm going to just do this over and over for you, because I want you to understand how important it is to apply these kind of mechanics. Again, too many times I see players that do this kind of drill and their elbows working lower. It's not working higher like Kelly's. Watch what's going on. The elbow's working back and behind her. Back and behind her, okay? Now watch what's going on, back and behind her. Now watch what happens when she gets into heel plant. Even at this stage right here at heel plant, watch how high her back elbow is. Now the reason she's able to maintain that kind of height when she gets into her heel plant with her back elbow is because she's applying tremendous resistance and pullback. Now what I would recommend for you to do is, when you're doing this drill, don't even hit the ball, but as you get to heel plant, allow your body just to get to heel plant, but feel that pullback right here, right here. Feel yourself as though the back elbow is still working back and behind you, so that you can start to understand what it feels like to have great pullback, great resistance. Now if your elbow at this stage of the swing right here is starting to drop at the rib cage right here at the side, this shows me that you're not doing the drill correctly. You need to be able to allow that back elbow to feel as though it's working back and behind you. Now watch what's going on, because if she's applying this kind of resistance, because she's applying this kind of pullback, it's allowing her to have a wonderful or a great bat path to the ball. And by that I mean this. You can see here, now I'm just going to draw some lines here. Now her shoulder to shoulder, or at this stage of the swing right here, is right here. And what occurred right now, because of the tremendous pullback and the resistance she's applying, the bat is going around the corner of her deltoid like like this so that there's a gap between the deltoid and where her hands are, therefore giving her the opportunity to hit pretty much any pitch that comes her way. Now this is very important. Now it's not something you think about, that hand path. That hand path, or that being compact to the ball, or having a very short swing to the ball, which a lot of players try to achieve and they can't, is because they don't have great pullback. They do not have that resistance that Kelly's applying right here. So when you're doing this drill right here, again, let that elbow work back and behind you, and as you get the heel plant, continue to feel that pullback. Continue to let your hips try to rotate. Let your hips rotate like she's doing right here. But even at this stage of the swing right here, you can see here that it's very obvious, and you can see this right here, that her back elbow is still pretty far back even as her hips are starting to rotate, because she's still applying that pullback. And you need to do this yourself so you can feel this. Feel that resistance, and eventually what it will do, it'll allow you to be more compact, it'll eliminate bat drag, it'll eliminate a lot of swing flaws that players have. Now I just did a 2-hour and 45-minute video explaining a lot of this in great detail, even more than I'm doing in this video right here, which will allow you to have the opportunity to have a better hand path and more power to the ball. And that video I just created will also allow you, or show you, how to get to the point of contact correctly, and how to use the angles of your upper body and your lower body to get it to a very high level. Now watch what Kelly's doing right here. This is very important right here. Now watch what she's doing right here. Her elbow right now, and I bring this up in my videos all the time, and this is not any different with Kelly. As you can see here, as she gets into her heel plant, you can see as the elbow starts to work up to the height of her mouth. You can see right here, it's very obvious, and it's from this angle right here that her elbow now is up to the height of her mouth. And the reason you want to have this is so that you can work to the ball and through the ball. Now it's very important to understand that this takes time, and it is a process. You do not rush this. You have plenty of time to incorporate this if you're doing your T work, if you're implementing your T work into your routine, which I highly recommend. Now again, this drill right here, it is a process. It takes time, but the more you do it, the better it will get. Record yourself. Record yourself to see the progress as time goes on. From 1 month to another, you should see plenty of better results in your swing. Now give me a like if you learned something. I hope this video helps you. Again, I've tried this video with many of my students over the years, and I've seen tremendous results as far as better pullback, better resistance, more torque, better bat angles. It just works a whole array of different things. Thank you.